Hi, my name is Norman, and today we are going to talk about a significant event in the Cold War. First, let's have an overview of the Cold War again. The Cold War is a fight between the United States and the Soviet Union, lasted for decades and resulted in anti-communist and international incidents. It led the two superpowers to the brink of nuclear disaster. Let's move closer to a significant event of the Cold War. It's the Vietnam War. After the French could no longer control Vietnam, so Ho Chi Minh City of the north of Vietnam decided to form a communist country. When it became apparent that Chinese were assisting Ho, the government of the South asked the Allies countries for assistance. The Allies agreed because they want to get rid of all communism. However, because the US was fighting against the communist North Vietnamese, so the Soviets decided to back up the communists. This way, the Soviets were not directly combating the US, but instead using a proxy war. Nevertheless, why this event is essential? To begin with, this is one of Asia's 5 most lethal wars of all time. 300,000 South Vietnamese militaries, 1.1 million North Vietnamese, 58,307 Americans, 5,099 South Vietnamese, and 1,000 Chinese military were killed. Next, this is one of the wars using chemical weapons. The wars saw their US Air Force and their South Vietnamese allies fly thousands of massive low-altitude bombing missions over North and South Vietnam, as well as over sites of suspect communist activities in neighboring Laos and Cambodia. However, the most common and dangerous chemical that the US used was defoliant, containing the toxic dioxin and known as Agent Orange, was later revealed to cause serious health issues, including tumors, adrenal disabilities, rashes, physiological symptoms, and cancer among returning US service members and their families, as well as among large sections of Vietnamese population. Finally, many countries want to invade our country because our country has a favorable natural geography to be able to exchange goods and trade. Besides, because our land is adjacent to the sea, the oil resources are very abundant, which many countries only want. First, the French attacked to spoil our resources. After that, the Japanese colonized our country, but their time was not long. Next is the Americans, but their primary purpose may not to exploit our people, but rather to fight the communist influence on Vietnam. Through these points, you can see that this war was very intense and led to many consequences. Besides, this is a war using chemical weapons, something that the whole world prohibits. It has led to the millions of soldiers and civilians being affected. According to statistics, the US military sprayed with lumination substance which are almost Agent Orange, about 26,000 kilometers square. Depending on the region, there are places where the US military spray not only one land but many times, so it caused damage to the economy of Vietnam because this is an agricultural country. This is a long-lasting war from France to the US, and it also marked a significant milestone for Vietnamese history, as well as made an excellent reputation for the world. Although many wars in the world may lose more lives and property, but it is not equal to the consequence that Vietnamese must bear. Thanks for watching and hope you enjoy it.